Hello everyone, today's video will be very different from what you've seen so far. My previous videos are heavily rehearsed, scripts are written, and was done maybe a few times in order to get to the perfect condition. But today's video gonna be more raw because we are going to talk about the 222 method. Remember the previous video I talked about the how to ship an iOS app, which I was heavily inspired by this video. So the 222 method, I suggest you to take a look at this video as well. In order to ship your side project, you will spend 2 hours to prototype it. You will spend 2 days to plug in some static information. For example, replace all those things that can be dynamic with static data, static functions. Don't worry about structures of it. And then you set a timeline of 2 weeks to actually try to ship it. So I'm really inspired by this video. That's why how I shipped 2 of my iOS application. But the first one took about 9 months. The second one took about a month and a lot of overtime as well. So it's not a typical 2 weeks for a person with a full-time job. But today I'm going to talk about an app I just came up. Today I went to mini golfing with my friend and I got this scorecard. So take a look here. So basically kind of look like this. So you have the map on the top and you have, so you can basically record how many shots it takes from the starting point to the end point. So yeah, I haven't done golf much. It's my first golf sessions. And a friend of mine was tracking the score using paper. So that struck me, say, maybe I can do that with an application on my phone. I can be in charge of recording the score. Maybe I can build an app. That sounds like a rather easy app as well. So I should be able to apply the 222 method. But the key is I'm going to golfing with my family tomorrow. So ideally, I would need to build a prototype tonight. So in the 2.2 part, with the 2 hours of building like sketching it, two days of building it, I try to shrink it down even further. And I will show some coding aspect as well using ChatGPT to get things done quick and dirty. And I will using the magic of editing to make sure you only see the part that's important. And I will have timestamp on the video telling you how much time roughly I have spent when you see each part of the video. So, okay, so this is what I want to build. And the first thing I will do when I try to build an iOS app is to search if they are already existing solution for that. So since that's the thing that came to my mind, I'll just do the golf scorecard. So we'll just search for that. Golf scorecard. It'd be free. Yeah, let's take a look at the ads. Okay, that seems to be too complicated for what I want to do. It's not a 2-week job as well. So let's get into this. Okay, that's also like some 3D graphics. No. Oh. Okay, this may be good. Let's download that. Install. Okay, we'll come back to this and we'll just follow this. I will install a couple of apps. This is my first thing I will do, right? Just go through a bunch of apps and see which ones. Oh, this one is promising. Let me see. Okay, it's still like too many features for just a simple stuff. I wanted to able to do calculations, tally up the score, just tell us like what's the winner, what's the loser, and what's the status. What's the average shots they have to take from the beginning point to when the golf ball get into the hole. So far I only see a single app that I was just downloaded. That's simple enough. And it's free as well. Yeah, and I like free apps. Okay, another map that's so a GPS rangefinder just hurts my brain. Yeah, to have something like that. Let's keep going. We must be scrolling through tons of, okay, it's another 3D stuff. We don't want that. What if we break up the scorecard? Okay, yeah, that scorecard's still here. So yeah, very good job. Yeah, whoever did this, you shoot up. Yeah, when I search for this, you are the #1 in App Store. So good job. And so far, that seems to be app that does what I want. And if it does entirely what I want, I would just not build an app myself. Yeah, that's part of the process as well. Okay, yeah, let me check out the app and I will come back to the video. Okay, I am back. So I'm just checking out this app. So yeah, I kind of like this app. So I'm gonna try this with you guys to see if it does what all I need it to do. Course name, for example, will be fancy course. Sure. Enter the date. Will be me. Let's say geek to go. And we'll go from a couple of friends. That will be Alba. I'll be Barry. I'll be Cadence, for example. And start game. Yeah, so yeah, I don't like this that only has 4 competitors. Maybe that's the part I can improve on. But so far, I like the simplicity of the UI. And they seem to be very easy to build as well. Let's see, the UI types. Oh, that's kind of fancy. Yeah, type this a few times. Let's say you shot that 5. That's me. And the friends are did very good. The first hole is very simple. Yeah, let me just speed up to the point where I fill all the data. But before that, let's try out all the features. Minus, plus. That's very easy to implement. Yeah, I bet the author of this app thought a lot about how to do this. So this one, I don't like this. Yeah, I figured out before I was trying offline. Clicking this will clear this. I don't like it. Okay, yeah, it's weird, and I don't know what the negative means here. Can you actually do negative? Like, okay, yeah, maybe I just don't understand golf. Yeah. Anyways. So what is, okay, now just a read-only manual. So calculation is down right here on the bottom. So very good. So yep, I will come back to this. I will fill all the data. Okay, now I filled everything with the actual data. So not everything, but just my personal scorecard with actual data. So it looks okay. I don't see anything. Yeah, it stands out. It does the calculation correctly, and it makes perfect sense. This seems exactly the app I want, and it's free. Yep, there's really not much to say about this. Show circle for under par. Okay. Show square for above par. All right. Stroke or par. Wait, I show circle for under par. Okay, understanding golf scorecard. Okay, I'm gonna watch this video. I'll come back.
Hi, my name is Pat Lally. I'm
back after finishing watching this video. They compensate because based on the player skill, and they have a handicap calculation based on player skill as well. They apply a handicap, and you will have not just tally up the entire score. You apply handicap, and then based on the handicap applied, you will get a net score. And using the net score to determine who's a winner or who's a loser. I know I have a good understanding of how people usually track scores, and they write score normally. Okay, they don't subtract or plus based on par. So that part I don't understand why the iOS app did that. All right, it kind of doesn't make sense, right? You want to record a score normally. For example, if you are doing put a number of 5 here, it should be square. If it's 4 or below, then you should be a circle, right? That makes more sense. That goes to the conventional scorecard. And with that in mind, the plus minus interface also kind of doesn't make sense in that sense. So yeah, so that's the improvements I will make on this. So it's roughly 40 minutes in. So we go through this only app we find that's kind of give you reasonable just scorecard and nothing else. And then we watch a YouTube video about how to read a normal scorecard. So I can already bring this guy into the field. I just don't like certain features it provides. But let's try to replicate this. If we can make a significant amount of difference, like make it better than this per se, for example, then yeah, we might put it into the App Store as well. So give people another choice when they want to have a scorecard applications. Here now, we are in the App Store. So let's check the review and ratings for this guy. Reviews and ratings, most recent. People are using it relatively lately. June? We are only in May. Is it June last year? Now, this is a year ago. Missing some key things. What do you need? Oh, yeah, you can read this. If you have user on your iOS app, read the comments. Even the negative thing they say, it can directly help you to improve the apps. So missing some key things, for example, here, its basic scorekeeper has annoying functionality. What it needs, ability to key in numbers. The plus and minus thing is annoying. And if you don't hit exactly closest elements, yeah, see, that's the same feedback. Freeze the name cell so they don't scroll. Annoying. Oh, right. Freeze the name cell. Yeah. There are better apps, honestly. Please tell me what the better app is. Just the basic stuff. I really want to know. Simple scorecard modify. Okay. I'm building up quite history, and it will be nice simply features so data can be exported as CSV Excel. Feature will be ability to set up your score. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, those are good features. Yeah, so our app that I'm building can have those features. So basically, if somebody hasn't been updating their app for a long time, has been not able to catch up on the customer requirements, it could be the developer has moved on to something different in their life. Yeah, can we build this in just 2 hours? I guess it's possible, and we will try. So that's all the research we are going to do. If you are planning to build something really complicated, for example, a note-taking app, that's clearly not a 2-week of a side project. You should do more research because you're putting a lot of effort, a lot of time into that. But for this, a simple app, I'm just going to build over maybe an hour or two. Yeah, that's the amount of research I'm just going to do. See people using it. I don't know how many downloads this app gets. I'm sure there are ASO tool that can tell you that. I'm not that curious. I'll just be, if I can't build it, I'll just be using it tomorrow when I go to the golf course, and I hope I can. So let's get to it, and we're gonna open the Xcode and we gonna start building. Exciting.